a huge meltdown that I just had. Let me check the sound options and let me see if I can pull up the chat. Yes, there we are. So, yeah, I have the right mic. Okay, so if you are here, please say hi in the comments. I love to know who's watching me. So, I just had a huge meltdown in the kitchen. And it is interesting because I've been having a lovely day, an absolutely lovely day. Over the past week, we've been welcoming new members to our Business Miracles Academy. And tomorrow that is actually starting. Hey, Nana, I am so happy to see you here. Things are really going well. And then I decided to have a nice meal. I went to get some salad with flowers in it and actual edible flowers. I made some lovely pasta and I was cooking that. And then my husband came home with actually great news because his project, he's an urban planner and he also works in my business. And his project as an urban planner is just being extended. So that is amazing news. But ever since I heard it, I had a huge meltdown. Like literally, I was screaming to my kids, throwing things through the kitchen, ignoring my husband who came in a kind of a celebratory mode. And I just lost it. I was all over the place, being angry at myself, having this voice ramming in my head that I should get a life, that I should be able to handle this, that I shouldn't be this anymore. I should be better at dealing with these things. Heck, I teach these things. So the more that voice started to go off and attack me, the more I was yelling at my kids, trying to hide this. And then I said, hey guys, this is what's going on. What's going on is that because my husband just announced that his project's being extended, probably we'll have a lot more things to worry about. So I thought, this is the interesting thing, I thought that I figured it out. My meltdown was just because there were more things going on. So I thought, hey, you know what? Let's just ask for help from the kids. They're always willing to help, and then we'll work it out, and then my nervous system will calm down. So I asked the kids, hey, you know what? Over the course of the next time, we'll be a lot more busy, a lot more stuff on my plate. Can you guys cook once a week? Now, here's what happened. They didn't say no. They didn't say yes. All they said was, we don't know. Now that makes sense because right now their school is changing the entire curriculum and there's a lot of changes in their life. So they really don't know. But they said, I don't know. And I lost it. I literally lost it. I was like, you are ungrateful and this is stupid and this is not what's happening. And every time you ask me something, I always say, hey, let's see how we can figure it out. Now I'm asking for one thing and all of a sudden everybody's against me. And I was on and on and on and on all over them. And they were sitting there completely silent saying, okay, let's not say anything. And then I said, why don't you even say anything? And then my daughter said something beautiful. She said to me, maybe you should listen to what you teach your students. Because we are not against you here. We are not refusing to help. You are the one who's trying to run a company, be a perfect mom, be a perfect wife, and try to do it all on your own. And this is interesting, right? Because I'm not trying to do it all on my own. I have a team. I have my husband. We have a lot of beautiful things that we have running in place. So it was like, wow. But I felt she was right in a certain point. I felt she was right. So I took some time to really figure out what's going on here. Why does it feel so painful? What's going on here? And then I realized that, of course, there's always a pattern from my past trying to pull me down. And I thought, what is going on here? I don't think my kids should be able to jump up and be there for me. I don't think my husband shouldn't be able to just do the work that he wants to do. I don't think any of those things. So where was my anger coming from? And this is the interesting thing. My anger wasn't coming from my conscious level, right? It never is. It was coming from deep down in my belly, because still to a certain level, our patterns are always a little bit in our bodies. And the pattern that was coming up was the fact that my mom was always there for me. She was always there. She still is. If I need her, she's one phone call away. She is always there. She left everything to be there for me. She left her job. She put up with a lot of stuff from my dad, all because she wanted to be there for me. Now, my mom and I haven't always had the perfect relationship, but she was literally always there. And when I became a mom, for the first time I felt, hey, wow, I want to be a mom like she was. That was the first time I actually started to appreciate what she'd been doing for me, or trying to do for me. Because of course she didn't always succeed. There's a lot wrong in my childhood. But she always wanted to be there for me. And when I became a mom, I started to value that, and I started to really feel how precious it is that she was always there. And then, of course, I inflicted this thing in my own mind and my own body that I should be able to do all of it. I should be able to be a mom, to be an entrepreneur, to have everything together at all times. So my meltdown was not because consciously I don't know it's okay. My meltdown was because a part of me still feels that I'm failing as a mom, that the mom part isn't working out the way I had it when I was a kid. And that made me very, very sad. Now, thankfully, I'm able to share this with my kids, saying, hey guys, I guess it just all comes down to the fact that I feel like I'm failing you as a mom when I don't know how to cook dinner every night. They said, hey, you know what? Let's eat pizza once a week. We're fine with that. Maybe we can have lasagna or takeout some nights of the week. And then in me, there's this feeling that that's not okay, because as a mom, you should be there, you should cook, because that's what my mom did. Now, this is the interesting thing, right? We feel that we have to have everything together, whatever that looks like for you, whatever that means for you. We can feel, especially if we're also entrepreneurs, that we need to be able to do it. We need to be able to do it alone. We need to be able to work this all out on our own. And once we understand what it feels like, then we shouldn't be pulled in by these emotional triggers anymore, right? Well, guess what? We are, which is why I'm sharing it right now. We are pulled out by these triggers. These emotions just creep up from our stomach and they blast all through the kitchen in this incident, right? And what I want you to realize is that that's okay. That's not what needs to stop. That's okay. We need to have these releases. What we need to do is give new meaning to them. We shouldn't be able to never have these things going on anymore. That's life. We don't want to take life away from ourselves. We want to have the full range of emotions accessible to us each and every moment. We want that. We just don't want those emotional patterns to run our business or our life or our families. That's the difference. So what we need to create is a little bit of space around these things. The space to, in the moment when it's happening, during the meltdown, to be present while we're experiencing it and actually see ourselves in it, look at it, feel through it, and realize what's really going on here, and give ourselves a moment not to make it stop, but to actually feel into what's really going on, to feel into where this is really coming from, to feel into what it is really meaning. Because only when we can do that, we can set a little bit of ourselves free again. Only once we're able to actually feel into these emotions, allow them, welcome them even as friends, we can be present with these emotions, almost as if, as a parent, we're present with a child that's angry or upset, and we just hold them in their upset. Now, that is what I needed to do with myself in the kitchen tonight. That is what we need to do with our kids a lot. That is what we need to do with people around us who are having triggers or meltdowns through whatever reason, right? There's a war going on that's triggering a lot of things. There's a pandemic that still might be active in your country that's triggering a lot of things. There's things in business. There's political leaders. People around you, there's husbands, there's business, there's customers. And all these people can trigger all these things. It's not about being in a place where these things won't trigger us anymore. It's about being in a place where we can actually allow these triggers to wave through us like a wave of an ocean. Be present with them, hold ourselves, love ourselves in that. Love the part of us that felt triggered, and then actually show up from a new, fresh, clean place. That is what I wanted to share with you tonight. So I really hope that inspired you, and if not, then maybe share with me what you're stuck with. And I get that that's difficult in the comments here on Facebook or on LinkedIn, because anyone can read that. I get that. But if you have these things, share them. Share them with me. Send me a message. That's all good. And if you really feel that you want to learn how to deal with all these things in a way that actually consistently allows you to show up in life from a good foundation and from a different place, then maybe you should be following my Divine Warrior Retreat. Let me know if that's something that you're interested in. Anyway, this was me for today. I hope you have an amazing evening, and I hope I will see you real soon. Bye.